Fans of Westwood's previous third-person adventure game, Legend of Kyrandia, will not be disappointed with its sequel. Hand of Fate is certainly state-of-the-art in terms of graphics, sound, and gameplay, and you have to respect Westwood for having the creativity to give the game an original title and not wimp out by calling it Legend of Kyrandia 2. The story is pretty cliché for the fantasy genre. That's okay because the game is so entertaining, it doesn't need to be backed by a great story. The land of Kyrandia is disappearing piece by piece. The royal mystics have concluded that this is the result of an ancient curse. Dispelling of the curse will require the use of a mystical anchor stone from the center of the earth. Enter Xanthia, the youngest royal mystic, an alchemist with an attitude. She is the unlucky individual who gets stuck with the assignment. That's right, she. Hand of Fate's heroine is all woman, and she's no wimp. Smart, gutsy, even a little bitchy at times, she takes no lip from her would-be boyfriend Marco or anyone else. She doesn't balk at a little danger either. Jumping across a gorge, scaling a building, and hanging off the Rainbow Bridge are just a few of the perils she must brave to save Kyrandia. She does have a habit of destroying her wardrobe, though. Here she is in each of her many outfits. For having the guts to use a female protagonist, I can forgive the designers for the plot. Bravo, Westwood! Hand of Fate uses a simple, intuitive, point-and-click interface. If an object can be taken or manipulated, clicking on it with the left mouse button takes or manipulates it, as appropriate. An object, once taken, replaces the mouse pointer, allowing the object to be moved around, placed in Xanthia's inventory, or used by clicking it on another object. Clicking anywhere other than on an object will make Xanthia try to move to that point. In fact, don't expect much help from anybody in Hand of Fate, at least not without giving them something they want in return. On the bright side, clicking on Xanthia reveals what she is thinking, which will often yield a hint as to what she needs to do next. Lest she forget and begin thinking she's on a pleasure trip, Xanthia will check in periodically with her friend Fawn back in Kyrandia. Via a split-screen display, Fawn lets you know exactly how badly things are going. By the end of the game, this is pretty bad indeed. If you aren't quick enough, all of Kyrandia will have disappeared. Unusual for a game of this nature, it is remarkably difficult to die in Hand of Fate. You really have to do something stupid to endanger the hapless heroine. Even then, the game will often let you get away with it. Once. This alligator, for example, will put up with a little petting. Push your luck, however, and chomp! Like most adventure games, Hand of Fate keeps its heroine moving from one exotic locale to the next. Xanthia starts by searching her home swamp for a lost treasure. From there, she travels to the city of Morning Mist, the Isle of Volcania, the center of the world and beyond. Hand of Fate's cartoon-style graphics are drawn in exquisite detail in 256 colors. All in all, there are over 70 screens depicting locations throughout Kyrandia and beyond. Character animation is very well done. Xanthia's body language conveys a great deal of emotion, and many locations in the game feature custom animation sequences. The puzzles are well crafted and can be truly mind-boggling. Indeed, the only thing to dislike about Hand of Fate is that a few puzzles may be too hard. Some players may become frustrated to the point where they are ready to shelve the game, but don't give up. The ad suggests that you kiss conventional logic goodbye. This is an excellent idea. This is a good game to invite your 7 weirdest friends over for. Puzzles often require unconventional uses of objects. In particular, spell components are subject to interpretation. Consider the use of a sulfur rock where the spell recipe calls for smell of egg, for example. The sound is well executed. Music is used sparingly, and to good results. Sound effects are abundant and amusing, from Xanthia's giggling to the whoosh of an air shaft. Aside from an occasional inappropriate effect, since when do ropes go boing, for example, the sound adds a great deal to the game. I can hardly wait to see the CD-ROM version, which will add full digitized speech throughout the game. The game ends in a dragon's lair-like action sequence set in the control room of the Wheels of Fate, the only real action of the game. Click on the right movements, and Kyrandia is saved. Move incorrectly, and Xanthia's enemy will get the best of her. I won't spoil the surprise by revealing who her mysterious enemy is. Suffice to say that unless Xanthia is careful, she and Marco will get their heads handed to them. All in all, this is one of the most enjoyable games I have played in a long time. It features engaging gameplay, challenging puzzles, a very likable heroine, and great graphics and sound. Serious gamers should steer clear of Hand of Fate, as the fun might be too much for them, but Monkey Island, King's Quest, and Zork fans should find their appetite for adventure, puzzles, and off-the-wall humor well sated.